So I'd like to thank you for joining me today. I love a lot of your work, and so I'm super excited to have you on my podcast. And so before we jump into some of your projects, I want to talk about your career leading up to acting. And so you studied at East 15 Acting School, where you got your BA in acting and contemporary theater. And so how did your time there improve the artist you are today?
Um, it definitely developed a lot more of like the skills I didn't realize I had or skills I wanted to touch on. So I went to drama school thinking I'd train to be an actor, simple as that sort of thing. Not really knowing what to expect. I didn't know what the training was going to be like. I sort of had like a little idea of, the sort of things I'd learn and the classical techniques I'd learn and things like that. But my course that I went on over the 3 years, I developed a love for writing as well, a bit of producing. We touched a bit on that, so we certainly were exposed to all of these different styles like improv, clowning,
Oh,
um,
wow.
and things like that. Stuff that I didn't realize I now love. So yeah, it definitely opened up a wide variety of things that yeah I've learned to love now and continue to do. I like a bit of writing. Started up my own theatre company when I first graduated, and we took a couple of shows to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival and
Oh,
things like
wow,
that.
that's awesome.
So it was really cool because our whole ethos was making your own work,
Yeah.
not coming out of drama school and just waiting for the phone to ring. It was about getting yourself out there, making your own work, and keeping busy as well because it's hard to just sit and wait. You got to keep creating and keep motivated.
Yeah, for sure. And so you've been in a numerous amount of shows, including The Gruffalo, Only Fools and Horses, Dinner's Coming, 222, and now Paranormal Activity. And so is there a role that really sticks out to you of like, I really enjoyed this role, I really enjoyed this role, and why?
Um, the Gruffalo is the closest I felt to becoming like a celebrity because
Really?
I don't know. Do you know the books, the Gruffalo
Oh
books?
yeah, I grew up
Yeah.
I grew up with them, yeah.
See, I didn't realize that it was such a big thing in America.
Oh yeah, it's
We
huge.
we toured the UK with it over a Christmas and a summer, and I knew how popular it was in the UK. I used to read it to my little sister, and that was great. And then when we came to the US in 2023 and we toured for 4 months, some of the houses we were playing there were like, almost as big as it is here
Yeah, yeah.
at Mervish, and it was like being a rock star because you'd
Yeah.
come out on stage as the Gruffalo, and the kids would be going crazy. So
Yeah.
I absolutely love doing that. It's one of my favorite projects. I work with some really lovely people, and it gave me the opportunity to tour America, and we spent 2 weeks in Winnipeg, Manitoba, so I got to see a bit of Canada as well.
Nice,
Uh,
yeah.
that's definitely a big happy memory of over my career so far.
Yeah, for sure, that's awesome. And so as a performer, who are some of your biggest inspirations?
Oh, good question. Well, when I grew up, I loved watching Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah.
I love all of his films and his work and his style, like Dumb and Dumber, The Grinch. Like he goes from that sort of thing to playing like iconic characters. So I love watching his work. Who else? Who else? Good question. Toby Jones. You know Toby Jones, the British actor.
I his name like ring like it sounds familiar.
He was the voice of Dobby.
Okay, yeah.
If you he's been in so many, and I remember watching him as part of a project at drama school because he studied a lot of clowning, and there was a TV show he was in where um it was about a football team in England. He was playing the kit man, and so from watching him in that, I've just sort of fallen in love with just he's just so watchable, so great. I saw him in the West End a few years ago, and yeah, he's one of my favorite actors.
Yeah, for sure, that's awesome. And so currently you're in Paranormal Activity, but this isn't your first scary play or like paranormal play. You were also in 222, A Ghost Story in 2024, where you played PC Sterling and covered Sam and Ben. And so what was your experience like with 222 and what was your audition process like?
222 was a pretty sort of crazy experience. So I auditioned in the summer of 2023 for the tour that was starting around October time, and I didn't get it. And then I got a call in the first week of January of 2024 to see basically a opportunity to come up to join the cast as the understudy. So I was called on the Friday, and they said, "Do you want to start on Monday?" And I was like, "Yeah." let's do it. So it was a bit of a, a quick
A
turnaround.
whirlwind, yeah,
Suddenly I went from having a weekend of nothing, it was the new year, just sort of waiting to see what was going to come up. And then suddenly I was like, right, I've got to sort of pack up and get myself ready for a 9 month tour. So
yeah,
I came in on the Monday and learned the show sort of on the fly. We was rehearsing every day in between shows when we could, until I got to a point where I was essentially, what they do is they sign off the understudy. So when they've done a run or when they've got to a level that I could go on if needed, they had a guy who was who'd previously done it, standing by in case they needed an actual understudy. Um, so yeah, it was a pretty mad experience to learn.
yeah.
I was familiar with it because my wife was in the West End with it the year before,
Oh wow.
doing the same thing, understudying for Lauren and Jenny. So had some sort of familiarity with it. But even so, when you've got to sort of learn two parts,
Yeah.
it's split 50-50. But I absolutely loved it. And I got the chance to go on over the tour as well. I did a few shows in Sunderland and Manchester, and I had one last minute job in Dublin when Jay McGuinness fell ill before the show with an hour to go.
Oh wow.
And it was action stations, here we go. But it was a great experience.
Yeah, for
Yeah, I
sure. And
absolutely
like,
loved it.
and now it's transferring to off Broadway, which like they just announced it too, which is like even crazier.
I think
I
that's what.
I just recently found out about it, like before, like maybe a couple weeks before I took the trip to Toronto to see Paranormal Activity. I
Yeah,
was like doing research into Paranormal Activity more, and then 222 popped up. So I ordered the script to read it, and so I don't know anything about it except like the sly premise of it. So I'm excited to like get like read the script and stuff.
yeah. So,
But
so you're going to try and see it when it goes to Broadway, do you think, maybe? Or
hopefully, yeah, I want to see Paranormal Activity like I want to see those two like day to day.
yeah, yeah, you could do them
Yeah.
both in the day. It'd be quite cool.
Yeah, get like a like maybe like mid-October, like a horror day or something.
Halloween,
Yeah,
Halloween style thing. Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Because from what I've heard, 222 is like also comedy
Hmm.
compared to like Paranormal Activity is just like scary. Like,
They actually have a lot of similarities, and a lot of the
yeah,
similarities, I think, from first watching 222 and first watching Paranormal, I think you underestimate how funny the shows are,
yeah.
how funny the writing is. But I think it's a great technique because it gives people a false sense of security
Oh yeah.
what they're watching, and you sort of forget. You get drawn into this, sort of fly on the wall style thing where you're watching these people live life, and you think, oh, this is all fine, and then suddenly
Oh
all of these
yeah.
different things happen to make you jump, and you go, oh yeah, this is gonna creep me out. This is gonna make me jump.
Yeah, that's how it was when I first saw Paranormal Activity. Like there were moments where I'm just like I'm starting to like get comfortable in the chair, and then something would happen, and I'm like back up. I'm like, okay, I can't relax here.
Oh, yeah.
Like, yeah. But speaking of Paranormal Activity, you're currently a part of the Toronto cast where you're understudying James. And so, what was the audition process like for Paranormal Activity? Because this is a transfer from the London production, where the London cast has all come over to Toronto.
Yeah, so I auditioned for this. I think it was back in February, um, in London, and I was with um, Anna, the associate director, and the casting director, and we were just in a room, just us three, and I had a couple of sides to read, and it was yeah, it was really cool. Like, just read the scenes through a couple of times, got some direction, um, and I got a sense of the show just from reading. I hadn't watched it yet.
Yeah.
I read the script, and then I was called back in for a second round, and this was pretty cool because I'd never experienced it before. But we were on stage at the West End, um, and I was given a new scene to learn and prep. And we got there, and they just went, "Okay, we're going to throw you in, and we're going to put you on the stage, and we're going to just see what happens." So I was given some direction, some beats to hit, and it was great because I was on stage at the Ambassadors Theatre on the set, and all of that adds to the performance. It's
Oh
different.
yeah.
You're in a rehearsal room, you sort of have the bare minimum of things, or like mock-ups of stuff. But when you're on the set, on the stage, and you get to do it, so yeah, that was really fun. And then yeah, and then I got a call to say that they want me to come up to Toronto, which was really great and very exciting. It's a great show, and
Were you familiar with the like the film franchise beforehand?
yeah, I love the
Yeah.
films.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
Me and my mate used to watch them all the time. I actually got the first four on DVD online the other day
Oh
for like
wow.
£50 because I really wanted to watch them again. I've been working on the show, and they weren't. I couldn't get them online anywhere.
Yeah,
And
they're like hard to come by now. Like,
so I went on to we have a website in England called Vinted, which is sort of like eBay. Um, and yeah, I went on there and someone was selling them for £4, a pound each. So
oh
I bought
wow.
them, and I actually managed to watch the first one on my PlayStation 2 about a week
Oh,
before it came out. It was great.
that's awesome. Yeah. When you were younger, was there a specific moment that made you want to pursue theater?
I always liked doing the school plays, and we did musicals at my secondary school. And then there was a moment where I sort of had to decide what I wanted to do in life. And I know I didn't want to go to university and do exams and things because I didn't enjoy sitting and writing and stuff like that. But I also, at one point, I wanted to be in the police as well. I wanted to be a policeman. So
Oh wow.
I had a week of work experience with the police lined up, which was quite rare. Um, it was the same week that I was meant to be performing Grease and playing Danny in Grease. So I said to my drama teacher, and I said, I've got a week of this. It's the same week as the play. And she said, well, if you don't do the play, we're going to give it to someone else. And as soon as I heard that, it was like something in my brain clicked, and I was like, I can't have someone else do it. So
Yeah.
yeah, I binned off doing the work experience, the police, played Danny, and from then it was sort of like, okay, the stepping stones, and what can I do and get ready to go to drama school. So I think that was the turning point.
Yeah, for sure. That's awesome. And so when you were younger, if you could go back in time, what advice would you give to your younger self?
Oh, good question. I think I would, knowing the what I've done now and how much I love going to the theater now, I'd say to my younger self, try and go more. Like
Yeah.
I did try to when I was younger. I went as sort of as much as I could, but I think I underestimated now. Where I grew up near Plymouth is our biggest city, and the theater there is a big touring house. So they get all of the West End companies coming in through, and I wish I'd gone and watched more because now I know how popular it is and how great it is.
Yeah.
But also, I've learned over time now. The more work you see, the different shows you see, not only do you get to see those plays, but you might meet certain people, um, network with people, and things like that. So yeah.
Yeah, for sure. That's great. And so, this next question kind of ties into the last one. But what advice would you give to younger performers who want to pursue acting as a career?
I think you've got to just go at it 100%. I feel like it's the type of thing that you can't do half-hearted. I know from experience that there was a lot of things I wasn't prepared for, like um, finding work alongside being an actor is hard, and finding stuff that's flexible. And, you know, I've been quite lucky over the years to find people who I can go and work for. And when I'm finished on a job, they might give me a call and go, "Are you free to do, this?" I've done loads of different jobs in over the years, working in bars, handing stuff out on the streets, promo stuff. Like, you know, you've got to find different things to earn money until you get to a point where you're doing the work to earn the money. Um, but yeah, I think just be prepared to work hard. You've got to work hard. You've got to love it. There's never been a time, touch wood, in the last 10 years where I've wanted to stop because there's nothing else that I really want to do. This is all I want to do for as long as I can. Um, so yeah, hard work and determination, and you've just got to love it. You've got to love what you do.
Yeah, for sure. That's great advice. And that actually wraps up the interview today. I'd like to thank you for joining me.
Pleasure, man. Thanks for having me. Thanks for chatting. It's been great.